Man, we back at it again, man. 49er
Back in
weekend
it.
coming up. 49er weekend coming up, man. I'm happy about it, man. It just feel like we ain't played
Yep.
in such a long time, man. I'm feeling good about it though this weekend, man. It's feeling good just to see my
Yeah.
squad get out there, fight for the city, man. My name is Akeem, by the way. This is the 49ers Empire. This is my co-host.
Blair Coates talking to you.
All right, man. Hey, man. Let's get this thing on, man. Let's talk about it a
Yeah.
little bit, man. So first and foremost, man, let's talk about this football game coming up, man. We got a huge game coming up. Every game is huge to us. The way our record look right now, I mean, we're 4-5. We had a terrible outing against Green Bay. Really wasn't our fault, man. We was attacked by COVID. We got massive injuries. Nick Mullins threw it to the other team. Um, what do you feel like that needs to happen in this game against the New Orleans Saints? They're coming in hot. They destroyed Tampa Bay. And we got to play
Yeah.
them, and we got to play them this week. And they're licking their chops because they believe that the game that we won last year at their house was the game who kind of turned it for our season and turned their season in a different direction. So talk to me about it,
Yeah.
baby.
Well, when I look at the game, it's pretty simple. Like you just said, the Saints, they came and drummed the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady could not connect with Rob Gronkowski. He could not make a completion or a first down to save his life. When you fast forward to our game against the Saints, they're just catching us at an unfortunate time for the 49ers. I do believe that the 49ers are built to beat a team like the Saints. I think they're a team that performs well in a dome. But when you really begin to break down the Saints, they're not a physical team. They're not a defensive team. They are a team that thrives on the offense. They need
Mm-hmm.
Drew Brees to throw the ball at least 25 times, and he has to score at least 2 to 3 touchdowns for them to have a true opportunity at winning every game.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playing the perfect team to do that. The 49ers were just banged up. But I do still think that Kyle Shanahan is smart enough to scheme against a defense that's not that good.
Mm.
I believe you have Brandon Ayuk coming back. I see him being in the forefront of the offense. Go ahead and feed him. He has shown you through the season that he's the guy. He's saying, I'm the guy. Throw me the ball. If he had a quarterback that can drop it to him, he's obviously a receiver one. I say you utilize him. You're not going to probably blow this team out. Obviously, your team is beat up. The 49ers are they're desolate. They are desperate for health, right? They're desperate to get a win. I mean, you get blown out by the Seattle Seahawks, then you go ahead and play the Green Bay Packers, you get blown out again. You're desperate for a win. You're not going to get it this week, but you have young talent that you can develop and get some playing time in. Like I said, Kyle Shanahan, perfect opportunity. Use some of your rookies, some of your second year players, and just see what you got on the roster.
Nick Mullins. Last time he's played the second game in a row, he threw many picks to the uh, Philadelphia Eagles, man, and man, it just broke my spirit for him, man, because I was never a huge Nick Mullins fan, but I always thought he was a good backup, and he needs to come out there and have a good performance. I think this is a performance where he can show, should I stay on the roster next year? That type of performance. If he comes out and he's trash, I mean, we can find a backup. But
Yeah.
are we going to keep Nick Mullins? If Nick Mullins come out here and throw 3 bills, and we lose the game by a field goal or something, and we just fought all the way through, and Nick Mullins' offense wasn't a problem. I mean, you
Yeah.
may consider keeping him. I mean, because he's been practicing with the ones for a long time now. I mean, since the Thursday before last, and I don't know, man. I think our biggest thing that we need to do in this game is stop their receivers, man. We need to have better cornerback play. I think if we run the ball well on offense, and our corners play well, we got a real
Yeah.
opportunity, man. Our corners, when they're getting beat deep and embarrassed, we just look bad. It's just we can't stop nobody. I'm really
Yeah.
gonna be looking at E-Man this week. I want to see if E-Man's going to come out. Hopefully E-Man comes out and shows me something, man. I like E-Man. I want to make sure he is who he is supposed to be. Verrett, I like Verrett a lot. So he's going to probably be our number one going into next year if Sherm can't get healthy, man. I'm a little worried about Sherm, man. You know, he went from a calf week to week 2 to just returning to practice.
Yeah.
Man, I'm worried about Sherm, man. With his age and that injury, you got to kind of say, I don't know, but
I don't see Richard Sherman being on this team next season. I just don't. I mean, the injury bug has caught up to him. Father time, as with many players, has caught up to him. You have promise in Verrett. I love what you just said about Emmanuel Mosley. Let's go ahead and cut all the BS right now. As a Niner fan, I'm worried that Emmanuel Mosley cannot guard the top talent in the NFL. I'm worried about that. I need him to hold his own this week. I need him on an island, and we have to see what he can do. The Saints, they are a high-powered offense. This is what they do historically. Since Sean Payton and Drew Brees have connected, this is what they do. They rack up points. They know they don't have a great defense. And so I love what you said earlier. Nick Mullins, very, very well, he can come in here and drop 300 on this team, drop 3 touchdowns on this team, and look like a glorified backup. I think he needs to be on this team. He goes anywhere else, his career is going to go immediately down the drain. At least with the 49ers, he knows this offense. That's what's keeping him around. He needs to go out here and prove that he is the backup. And that's so crazy to even pump something like that up. You usually talk about your QB1 that way. But in this particular circumstance, Nick Mullins has to prove, are you the backup of the future?
Or are you the backup of the future? That's correct. That's correct, bro. This is what we're going to prove it this week. We're going to see what you got, Nick. This is a big game for you. Shout out to Dez in the comments. He said, with no pass rush, Drew Brees is going to eat this weekend. And I was thinking that, man, we're going to have to create some type of pass rush, though. We're going to have to blitz. He's really good against the blitz. But we can't just sit in the down 4 and expect to beat a Hall of Famer. We're going to have to find a way to create pressure, and then we're going to have to guard in the back end. I don't want to just say that I've seen Fred Warner playing and nobody else, because Greenlaw didn't have a good game last week either. So we're going to need, without the competition of my boy Quan Alexander there, Greenlaw, I am looking at you. We'll see if you still have that fire you had when he was your competition. So hopefully you'll play well this week. I trust Greenlaw, so we'll see. But
yeah,
Manuel Sanders came out talking a little mess, saying that it's nothing personal, man, but he wanted to whoop our ass, and
that makes no sense.
Yeah,
it makes no sense. I mean, the team, we're at 60%. Of course, you're gonna beat the 49ers. Like, beat the 49ers when they have all the players available, or at least beat the 49ers at 75%.
He said that's not his problem. He said our injuries is not his problem, so we need to destroy him.
Oh man, that is so corny to me. As a man, that's corny to me. Like,
I'm with you, baby. I'm with you.
Anytime I've played against a person that I knew wasn't at my level, I knew I was supposed to beat them, so I didn't need to say anything. Like, I just went out there and beat them, and then I was like, man, good game. Better luck next time. But I just can't wait to see this guy, and I hope he's around next year. I cannot wait to see this guy. Dude, I want someone to lay him out.
If we win, I'm going to eat him up on Twitter. This is why I love Twitter, because I am going to make sure he understands who we are. We are. We are faithful. This is what we do, man. And I'm telling you right now, man, we're going to try to eat these boys up. Like, we're going to try. I'm really afraid of Thomas because he ate us up last time, and I'm also afraid of their running back. Who's that cat named Kamara?
Yep,
Um,
Malcolm Kamara.
oh God, it's not
You
even
know who you
Drew.
need to be afraid of?
It's not even Drew Brees.
Jared Cook.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Oh my goodness. Do you remember what was happening?
yeah. And
Oh my.
especially with Jimmy Ward back there, man. Jimmy Ward. See, I don't know if you remember me saying it earlier in the year. I said Jimmy Ward is just an okay safety.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep it real. Jacarsty Tart is just an okay safety. They're there. They don't make a lot of plays. Nobody really can remember a big play of either one of them that really was like, man, these dudes is good. They're just average,
Yeah.
and they got helped out. They got helped out off of what? What did they get helped off of, man? They got helped
D
off
line.
by a D line, correct? So I don't know, man. You know, we got a long history of greatness, especially playing against the Saints. Especially people don't remember, but they was in our division, and they,
Wow.
yeah, they was in our division. Man, and I remember when they was in our division how we handled business. So,
Uh,
man, I don't know, man. What you thinking about this week, man? Score wise.
I know they're going to put up 30 on us. I'm just trying to figure out, are we going to score? I like us at that 14, point ratio, 30 to 14. Yeah, 30 to 14 Saints, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I think we score in garbage time. I think Nick Mullins, that's where he looks best when it doesn't count. And I think we put up 14 on them. We get drummed from quarter 1 to 3, and I think in the fourth quarter they kind of take their foot off the gas a little bit and give us some wiggle room. But look for this defensive line to look good against the Saints
Mm-hmm.
in the first series. Like there's been a pattern with the 49ers. 49ers look really good in the first defensive series, and then it's like the adrenaline leaves or fatigue sets in, and then we have absolutely no pass rush. There's going to be a pass rush that first series, mark my words. And if you notice, the 49ers consistently get 3 and outs. Consistently get 3 and outs. It's the offense that gets the ball back
Mm-hmm.
and does nothing with it. Lackluster, half effort, dumb plays, whatever you want to call it. There's the defense, I swear, is not the problem. Even without a defensive line, they're causing disruption in 3 and outs. They just need offense to kind of put it together. And I know Jimmy G was hurt. Right now, Nick Mullins is the guy that can throw it deep. Just give him an opportunity to capitalize off those 3 and outs. Because right now we're not, and we've lost every single game.
I I'm just not. I don't have faith in Nick Mullins at all.
Yeah.
I know he's going to turn over the rock. I know that he is going to um, have a moment where he's going to try to play too hard, and he's going to try to play too hard, and then he's going to try to win a game off of one play and give it to the other team. I just don't have any belief in him, and I don't know about you and how you feel, but
Yeah.
I don't see him winning any games for us this year. I don't see us winning this game. It's unfortunate, man, because I'm such a huge 49er fan, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's hard for me to pick against my squad. That's why I never
Yeah.
bet on them, because I bet with my heart. Um, and it's just one of these things, man. It's one of these things that um, we cannot stop. We can't stop the bleeding right now. I mean, I'm still
Mm-hmm.
mad at Kyle Shanahan for allowing Debo to play so late in the game, and he's still hurt from it, man. Nobody's
Yeah.
talking about how he's still hurt, bro. I mean, he's been hurt all
Yeah.
year long,
And he was hurt last year.
and then and then
There might be some injury issues with Debo.
man, I was hearing some things on some other sports shows that, and they was talking about Jimmy G, and um, it would be cheaper for us to get Matt Ryan next year for a 1 year deal, because the Atlanta Falcons are probably going to cut him because they don't have any financial loss by cutting him. And if we picked him up, we get maybe a 1 or 2 year deal. He'll probably still be cheaper than Jimmy G. And then we'll draft a quarterback that'll be in his system. You know, it takes Kyle's system by about 2 to 3 years. You know, remember they both got 5-year contracts, him and John Lynch. So whatever quarterbacks come in is going to be there for that time. And
that's exciting.
It's exciting. And then also you got to think about it. I like Maty Ice, and I think if we can get Maty Ice, he can make all the throws. But, you know, I want to talk about this man. We need to talk about this man a little bit, all right? So I know a lot of people project him going to the 49ers. Right now, BYU is undefeated. They're like 8-0 or 9-0 or something like that. They're in the top 10. When was the last time you seen BYU in the top 10?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time, brother.
I was going to say that, like, they have been known for producing great linebackers, and all of a sudden they got someone under the center that is causing disruption. I'm with you. I can't wait to get into this.
We're going to watch a little film of Mr. Wilson, and I want you to tell me what you think. We're going to go through. We'll pause it every now and then, but I want you to really take a look at this. We're going to get back to some bold predictions, though. But I really think we would need to watch a little bit of Wilson. I know it's early to stop, but what I want you to, I'm gonna rewind it here. I just want you to see where he's throwing it. He's throwing it from his own 20, 22, 23. But watch the arm strength. The receiver had to high point it. He had to jump up and get it. That's how strong the arm was. And watch the ball placement. This is what we're missing in our offense.
You got here just in time. Dax Milne down the sideline from Zack Wilson. And thanks for joining us. BYU touchdown, 78 yards on their opening touch of the football. First play score.
Off balance, on platform, and with different arm angles.
24 out of 26 last week. 2 for 2.
I don't know if we really are ready.
That's a special throw right there.
It is, and you know what it is, man? I hate to say it, but, man, we don't get this out of
Play
Jimmy
score.
G. Oh, that's what Kyle – okay, so Colin Cowherd said this. He's always been a Jimmy G fan. He said one thing you can tell about football, great quarterbacks or good quarterbacks, is that you can remember when they're hurt what you're really missing on the football field. Like, oh, you know, Aaron Rodgers is hurt, so, man, we're missing his leadership, his arm accuracy, missing his grit. You know, Drew Brees, Kyler Murray, you missing him. When you mention Jimmy G, what are we missing? Yeah,
a turnover a game.
Yeah, a turnover game. But are we really missing that guy who's going to lead us and carry us if our running game's not there? I mean, and I can understand that. Look at this man's arm. It's live. They used to call it live arms.
Off balance, on platform, and with different arm angles.
24 out of 26 last week.
That's nasty.
2 for 2 today.
Yeah.
Dax Milne deep into UTSA territory.
First down BYU. Back to throw. That a back shoulder throw
back
right
shoulder
there for
throw
Gunnar
for about
Romney along the
45 yards.
Timeout still.
Come
Play
on.
fake. Toward the end zone. That's another
Cannon.
knife right there for the touchdown.
It's hard to defend.
Split the defense.
There aren't a whole lot of quarterbacks across the country that can make that.
3 years. And had a chance maybe to go into the draft last year. Really hate to see that.
An Army-Navy game. You know, and those are the days where you didn't throw the ball very much. I mean, 15 passes was really opening it up.
Hey, I appreciate you, Matthew. I appreciate that top 3 broadcast, Niner broadcast. Let's get some more eyes on this channel, man. I really appreciate that, man. We're working real hard to build this channel, man. I appreciate that.
But, you know, they won that game. We won that game.
Go for it on fourth down. After they went for it on fourth down,
Look
got
at
the
him.
touchdown in the first quarter. Pass fake on first down, going deep down the middle.
Oh, my
Open
God. Look at the
receiver,
cannon.
Caught for the touchdown. What?
And that Texas Tech.
Pass and catch.
Yeah, looks like it.
Romney.
You got him, Mom.
Catch. Wilson doesn't get credit for the touchdown throw, but he does get a run. And he was down.
To do with his development and how he plays, when you can,
Watch
you
how
build
athletic
that
he is,
special
though. It's coming.
Out of high school. Doesn't make sense to me.
I don't care how tall the kid is. I mean, he's just an amazing
6'4".
player. Wilson with a play fake. Going deep left side. He's got a man wide open, and the catch is made.
With bum receivers.
Bum receivers. Neil Powell into the end zone. Touchdown. I say Powell. That's Dax Milne. IU is on the board again. Extra point up and good. It's 31-7.
Yeah, you see how Wilson looked one way, came back over here to find
Their offense on the move. Still
Nasty.
early in this game. Wilson on the move. Will throw
Off
down
the arm.
and that one is caught along the sideline. Dax Milne coming off a huge
Hey, man, hold on.
to find
their offense.
Hey, man, the bootleg out, like you said, you like it. The bootleg out, he kicked the leg for the strength and put it on the money.
On the move. Still early in this game. Wilson on the move. Will throw downfield, and that one is caught along the sideline. Dax Milne coming off a huge.
A couple guys stumbling right out into the flat. It's Katoa who's wide open, and he waltzes into the end zone. He has one
Oh, by the way, this is this year.
running, one receiving, and BYU is up.
Wilson, the junior from Draper, Utah. As BYU has it on offense for the first time officially, and the first delivery is a very nice throw.
That's Algier in motion into the backfield. Wilson, little shovel pass and wakes in. Touchdown, Mason. Chris, thank you. So without Romney, Wilson.
Man, look at the ball placement.
To Dax Milne.
Drop it in the
Thank
bucket.
you. So without
Drop it
Romney,
in the bucket.
Wilson to Dax Milne. And inside the 5.
We need that. We need it.
There's pressure. Wilson off his back foot.
Oh, my
Milne.
God.
Who else? A young man who says,
But you don't have any points to show for it. Take them when you can get them.
Wilson flushed,
Look at the athleticism.
floats it back in the end zone.
Give him a
Powell.
chance.
Did he stay in bounds?
He gave him a
No
chance.
signal yet. Milne at Bingham. Wilson at Corner Canyon, which is now the preeminent
Oh, I'm
power
getting excited.
in the state of Utah. Used to be Bingham. Downfield. Gunnar Romney makes the catch.
Did you see in Strive? He caught it with two hands, still running.
Yeah.
If he got away.
Play with guys barreling down on him.
Wilson scanning. Wilson will run. He's got 6 rushing touchdowns
Look at
as
athletic.
well.
He's
And
out of
he goes
there.
across the line to gain, and then some inside
He's out of
the
there.
40 on the slot.
Powell lined up in the slot.
Look at
There's
him. Look at the
quarterback
read
throw.
option.
And Wilson with his 6th rushing touchdown of the season.
It's going to be defensive end, 45 classes down.
Play fake. Wilson
Ooh-wee.
looking deep. He'll go
Ooh-wee.
deep and right in stride. Hits his man. That's the 10. Algier in. Wilson faked it to him and keeps it. Zack Wilson, the speed, and he dives for the end zone. Touchdown.
Oh, what a fake. And I'm not sure the edge player for Louisiana Tech.
19 issues.
Nasty.
Wilson throws that pass.
Look at the
is
pass.
Perfectly delivered, but it was juggled, and they'll say incomplete.
Trash
Man, I
receiver.
thought that was just a perfect pass. Gonna run that work, and I think it's paid off. He looks like a different player. Wilson sprinting left, throws in.
It's a nice decision.
You look at him. Look at the read option. We need this. This is what the Niners need. Somebody who can come in, be athletic, be accurate, have a live arm, and be a threat. And you know he goes to BYU, so he's not coming with baggage. Very religious guy, probably. This guy probably is a family man. He probably has what it takes to be in the eye of public. And you remember the last quarterback the 49ers had from BYU, Steve Young.
Oh yeah. My bad. I was looking at this tape. That I love that the historical connection right there.
Mm-hmm. Look at him.
Yeah, this guy's nice.
Bro, this is this year. Look at it.
Yeah.
Running around. Let's go. Let's get it open.
That was a really nice play right there.
He put it where his guy can go get it. This is what we need. God, man.
Ooh, step up. Shovel.
Oh, my God. It's nasty. Oh, it's nasty with the cut. With the plant of the foot. I'm too athletic. And he's swagging in his uniform. That's what I like. He's out here swagging in his uniform.
He kind of is.
He is out there with the towel long. Look at him out here, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We need this. First round pick, 49ers. This is what we're saying. All right, Jimmy, we'll sign you for a year deal. Let's give you $17 million. That's too much. $15 million. We got this rookie behind you that's going to put pressure on you in practice. Let's see what you got. Because you know if you're not staying healthy, you're going to have to play us. We need this guy, dude. This is who we need.
He does. He looks like the guy. Let me ask you this, though. Does this tape not look like Johnny Manziel's tape?
I think it does. But, you know, Johnny Manziel was not 6'4".
Okay.
He's 6'4". And then another thing is Johnny Manziel did not go to Brigham Young University. I mean, I'm just saying personality-wise is what killed Johnny Manziel. It was never talent. It was just who he was as a person who destroyed him.
Oh, I love that. I love that right there. That's a play that we are not seeing out of our offense at all.
Let me go back up. Ooh.
This right here, simple.
Oh.
Simple. We don't have that right
We got two of the best. And I would argue with anybody. I would argue with anybody that we have two of the best young wide receivers in football. Yeah. We have the best tight end, two of the best tight ends, young wide receivers in the game. So guess what? We need a quarterback.
Oh, man.
We need him. This is who we need. We need that guy right there. And unfortunately, because we definitely don't need that guy Fields from Ohio State. I think he's overrated. Mm-hmm. But hey, we need him, and I can't express it enough, brother. Just watching his film, just watching how he's leading his troops. I like the school he's at. You know, I haven't heard the young man talk, but my bold prediction right now is the 49ers is going to win about 3 of their remaining games. You know, we'll get to about 7 wins. We'll be about pick 12 or 11 or maybe 10. We're around that area. And we're going to pull the trigger and draft him, man. I think there's no denying the fit.
Okay.
He's the guy.
Man, could you imagine what Kyle Shanahan's going to do with this guy? Because Kyle Shanahan, for one reason or another, he doesn't draft or doesn't work with the mobile quarterback. I am so interested in seeing what develops in the Kyle Shanahan offense. And now you don't have a statue. I mean, right now, the 49ers and last season, I don't care what no one tells me about Jimmy G. Last season, the Achilles heel of the 49ers was Jimmy Garoppolo. Every analyst on every single publication said it. You make Jimmy G throw the ball, you put the game in his hands, the 49ers are going to lose. If we can draft a guy like Zack Wilson and what you just shown me on tape, if we can draft a guy who has the athletic ability to simply roll out of the pocket, extend the play, and allow your receiver to go get it, man, you're talking about a team that can actually not only go to the Super Bowl, but pose a threat at winning it. We got to pull the trigger on and if it's not Zack Wilson, and he looks phenomenal, you have to pull the trigger. The 49ers, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, you got to pull the trigger on one of these mobile quarterbacks or you're going to drown in the NFC West.
We got to have a mobile quarterback. We just don't have – we have a system that a mobile quarterback would threaten the defense that we play every week. A mobile quarterback would. So we need this guy. I want this guy. And I'm going to be – I may have to do a whole show on him at the end of the season before the draft, and I'm going to send it to John Lynch and them boys to say, you know what, the fans have spoken, okay?
Yeah.
You need to draft this guy. What do we think about Mac Jones at Bama? I'm not really a Mac Jones fan, man. Something about Alabama quarterbacks to me is just like certain places they just can't really put out. Like USC is another one. I mean, Carson Palmer was pretty good, but
yeah, I don't trust him.
Some about
I don't trust Alabama quarterbacks at all.
Yeah, I don't trust them, man.
I only trust Alabama running backs.
Florida University.
Yeah, none of those schools. I don't trust the big schools with the quarterback.
It's some about quarterbacks, man, that I just can't do from those schools, man. And I don't know. I don't really trust them. But my boy Wilson, man. I think shout out to him and being undefeated this year, man. Hopefully he can go to a big, huge bowl game or even the playoffs, so people can really see him play. I mean, he's phenomenal, man.
So you think he falls at 12? You think he's going to be at 12?
Only because they got other guys ahead of him. Like Trevor Lawrence, of course. I'm not a Lawrence fan actually, but Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I would say Trevor Lawrence, man. I would say Trevor Lawrence number 1, Fields 2, and it's going to be a battle between them. It just depends on how Wilson is looking in combine. He can snatch 3 if he depends on how he's looking in the combine.
Yeah, I mean, you go undefeated and then you go in the combine. And I think athletic ability, Trevor Lawrence, he's kind of your stationary quarterback. I mean, he has a little bit more athletic ability than most, but Zack Wilson is off the charts when you're talking about ceiling, ability, throwing motion. I mean, he has a quick release. I don't even know if this guy's going to be around at 12. When you say 12, I'm like, do we even have a chance of getting him? And let me ask you this. If it's not him, who's your second quarterback that you want? I like Trey Lance. You and I have spoken about Trey Lance. I like Trey Lance. I like that he comes from a smaller school. I get a Russell Wilson feel just based off the school he comes from and how he's playing on the field today. Who's your number 2?
Oh, I think I go free agent, man. I don't know. I can't really. I just can't really. I don't think anybody other than a couple guys in the first round we can do.
Yeah.
I'm not really a Trey Lance guy. I know he's at a small school and he's pretty good. He got good ball placement, I'll tell you that. But I'm not really a Trevor Lawrence fan either. I don't know what they see in Trevor Lawrence. I know a lot of people like him because him being at Clemson and all this, man.
Yeah.
But I'm not really a fan.
And Clemson's just a good team. I think
overrated.
That's what it comes down to. These quarterbacks, they're on really great teams with a machine behind them. And so when they get to the NFL level and it's on them to be the machine, they crumble every single time.
Overrated big time.
Smaller school guys, I just feel like they've been through a little bit more. Like they've been challenged, faced with a lot more adversity.
Yeah, I mean Carson Wentz, small school. I mean the same school. Let's talk about it, man. This is the Do Better time of the show, and Do Better is where we look at our team and we'll say, you know what, last week you didn't do so well, and I need this week. I need for you to do better. So who we got this week, and how many you got? You got a couple, or you got one?
Man, that's funny. I have one that is immediately coming to mind. That's just like, it's just burning in my head. It's been burning in my head since we went up against Seattle. I seen minimal improvement when we went up to Green Bay. We've talked about this gentleman earlier in the show, and it brings me to my next point. Emmanuel Mosley. We like you. 49er fans enjoy watching you play. We seen you last season. You gave us glimmers of hope. This season, it's been a little bit of a growing type of season for you. And so right now, just the way that you're playing, it's not letting us know that you should be the corner number 2. And so what I need from you going into this week, you don't have to be a lockdown, but you definitely need to do better.
Okay,
Emmanuel Mosley, you got to do better. You got to do better. And
most definitely.
And this person's been on the show continuously. We get on him. We're going to stay on him. Hopefully he stays on the coaching staff going into next season. Robert Saleh, I look at him the most because you don't have the big names to go ahead and cover where you're probably making bad decisions. So now you're really getting the full picture of the Robert Saleh defense, the scheme, the ideology. And I'm just saying, look at the record, look at the pressure. Robert Saleh, you gotta do better.
So now, Robert, for his defense though, still top 10 defense.
Yeah.
His defense with guys who has not really played a lot.
That's honest. That's good.
But he does not adjust. So I do believe this game he definitely needs to do better. I hope Robert Saleh's not going next year. I hope not. I like Robert Saleh enough to stay around and keep. If not, we're going to have to grab the head coach of Atlanta that got fired or whatever his name is.
Oh man, why am I drawing a blank?
Yeah, I forgot his name that quick. But see,
He's up at Seattle. Dan Quinn.
Yeah, he runs the same scheme. So the do better part for me, it's a couple. Okay, Nick Mullins has thrown a pick every game he's played. And we need Nick Mullins not to give up the ball. We just need him not to give up the ball. Don't give it to the other team. Let us put ourselves in a situation to win the football game. So, Nick Mullins, you need to do better. You need to do better. Nick. Do better. Do better. And then another one, we got. So on the defensive side of the ball, and I would do a couple offense if I needed to, but defensive side of the ball, I'm gonna say to my whole defensive line that it gets zero pressure on the quarterback, doesn't even breathe pressure on the quarterback. D-line of the San Francisco 49ers, you need to do better. All of them.
Do better. Yeah,
all
you
of
gotta
them.
do better.
All of them got to do better, man, because we need you this week. If we got a blitz, this Hall of Fame quarterback is going to eat us alive. Bottom line.
Oh, my goodness. And all eyes are going to be on Eric Armstead. I know he's playing out of position. The Saints are going to screen us up like nobody's business. I'm just telling you, if Eric Armstead does not stay contained, which I know he's not going to do because he wants to get to the quarterback, I know he wants to prove that he can play at any position. I mean, what player doesn't want to prove that? So I know he's going to try to get to the quarterback, but this is just the worst week to do that. because I'm telling you, I seen this all season, last season with Nicky Bosa. And I know it's Nick Bosa. I like calling him Nicky Bosa. It makes me feel comfortable. I seen it all season with Nicky Bosa. And people want to kind of get around this. Nick Bosa doesn't have the greatest run stopping technique. Okay, he just doesn't. When he got injured, he got rolled up from bad technique, bad footwork. That's just what it is. And so last season, I seen it. Over pursuit, we're getting beat outside. We get beat outside. You got Alvin Kamara going the opposite way. We're going to need containment from our star on the end, Eric Armstead. Find it within yourself to just stay disciplined. And I would like to see Kinlaw. I would like to see him have a little bit of a disruption. Drew Brees hates pressure from the middle. Kinlaw has the body and size. And if you notice, he's been doubled a few times this season due to what he can do. And I just want to see him penetrate, get a little bit of pressure, get to that next level, give our ends an opportunity to sink the hole. I don't expect this defense to look spectacular, but you have opportunities here, especially you got some 3 and outs I see with the defense. I would just like to see effort. I would like to see effort from the guys that you're paying. Let us know that you're going to be here next season and you're going to bring something to the table. Because right now, if you're a Niner fan, you're looking at all the players and you're saying, well, I know we're going to lose these games, but what are you going to do with them?
Wow. I just got something from Bleacher Report. It's crazy right now, man. Let me read this to you, man, from the 49ers.
Don't tell me more injuries.
Nah.
Team's already injured.
Nah. I just seen it. Something about they're thinking that Jimmy G is done in San Francisco, and their belief is that Jimmy G is done in San Francisco. No, I'm sorry. John Lynch. We have a lot of belief in Jimmy G as quarterback. So, if they, yeah, I mean, they do have belief in him when he's healthy, when he's on the field. It's kind of easy to say that.
Yeah.
Just kind of glimming through it a little bit. John Lynch is being a real professional. But, it says, I believe a lot of Jimmy this year. Jimmy probably hasn't played up to the standard, which he hasn't. I think a lot of that has been somewhat compromised with his health since he's had a high ankle sprain in the New York Jets game. So, I mean, he's making reasons on why Jimmy is not playing as well. But yeah. I mean, he's kind of telling you right now, I mean, Jimmy G has never been healthy in his life.
In
his whole life. He's played 1 year with us. And even and think about it, man, he's had a flawless year, man. That's kind of rare, but when he was with New England, he was hurt. When he was with when he was with us, he played half a season because he came in, he was healthy, but then as soon as he came in the next year, torn ACL.
Hurt.
Then he had a full year. Then now he got a high ankle sprain. Let me tell you, man. I done seen a lot of high ankle sprains. I've never seen him last this long. He's a terrible healer. So guess what?
Yeah.
It's time for us to move on because we got too many weapons, too many young weapons outside their contracts. We cannot waste another year on Jimmy G. We got to start paying some people, so he's got to go.
But do you read into the rhetoric, man? Like if you just listen to the language of John Lynch, it sounds like Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be there next season. Like,
well, I think he's trying to encourage.
Yeah,
he's just trying to encourage. I think, like I said, man, if we draft a quarterback high, Jimmy's going to have to. He could be there, but if you get hurt,
done.
Kyle Shanahan. I was talking to you before the show. I like Kyle Shanahan and how he coaches because Kyle Shanahan holds players accountable. If you're not good, get the fuck out. I don't want to see. Don't play. Don't play no more.
Bill Belichick.
I know that Jimmy G, if he's going to fail, he's going to be like, you know what? We tried. Get the fuck out. We're going to go in this direction, and I respect that. I seen it when Nick Mullins was trash in the game, garbage bag trash, and then they yanked him for the third string quarterback. I forgot his name too.
C.J. Beathard.
C.J. Beathard yanked him. C.J. Beathard came in, trash bucket again. I know he wanted to go right back to Mullins.
Yeah, he did. That was so funny.
He was like, man, this is just what is going on, man. And let's just keep it all the way. Let's keep it all the way real, bro. Like, if we don't have a quarterback, we won't win ball games. Jimmy G is a C at best, a C average player at best. He can't carry us if we can't run the football. He can't carry us with his great leadership that I've never seen.
No.
He can't carry us. He's not accurate. He's not that accurate.
No comeback kid.
He's afraid. He was afraid against Seattle's he made Seattle defense look like they were just the shit.
Yeah.
Disappointed, man.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because he showed so much promise. I mean, that's why he got the contract. And then, all of last season, it was like, come on, show us a game where you can put it on your shoulders. And then, boom, Saints game. You're like, yo, there it is. But then it kind of sets in. That's one performance. I mean, you need at least 15 of those. You know what I mean? He gave us 1 out of 16. And it's just, that's not going to cut it, man. Your star, your quarterback, they show up. I mean, look how long Drew Brees has been showing up for the Saints. They're in the playoffs every season.
Russell Wilson don't miss a start.
It's like you just need a star back there, man.
I know we're hungry for it. We're gonna do our thing, man. I'm telling you, man. I think this year's a wash, but we're still going to compete. Give me the score of the Saints 49ers for this Sunday.
Yeah. So like we were talking earlier, just how banged up the 49ers are. I think they're at 60% in terms of health. But just to follow up, I do believe it's going to be 30-14. I think the Saints, they're going to come out fast. They are going to scheme up the 49ers defense because they know the 49ers are slim. Okay, they are slim at every position. Go ahead and stretch the 49ers out. You have a bunch of screens. You figure out who can guard Michael Thomas on the 49ers. I think that's where your biggest threat lies. Defensively, you're not going to be able to slow them down. You may get 1 or 2 3 and outs, but then when you give the ball back to your offense, we know what Nick Mullins is going to do. It's not going to be much. Our hope is to get 14 points in garbage time. That's where I think your score is going to round up to that 30-14 mark, Saints, unfortunately. But it's only because, and I hate saying these excuses, this is loser talk, but really, if you don't have the players, right? You don't have your George Kittle. You don't have your Deebo Samuel. You don't have your Nick Bosa, right? You don't have, these are starters. We're not talking about backups. These aren't relief players. These are your stars. You don't have those players. Good luck beating a high-powered offense like the Saints.
Man, it's tough for me to pick against my boys, but I'm definitely going to have to. I see it's getting around 17 points, but they're definitely going to score over 30. And and we're not able to. If E-Man's not playing good, we're just not going to win a football game. And then Debo's not playing, so I don't know how creative on offense we're going to be without him there. I think Jordan is playing, but he wasn't a factor last week. I think he got re-injured, but he should be back. But unfortunately,
give Richie James those snaps. all those Debo plays, Richie James can run those snaps and reverses.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm really looking forward to seeing Richie James this week. Let's see what you got, Richie. Because you know what, Richie, you look like you getting that third spot for me right now. I like KB, but guess what, KB? What have you done for me lately? Okay, Richie James, let's go, baby. Let's go out here and perform.
James can be like Tyreek Hill. He can be like Tyreek Hill, I swear.
Yeah, he got he was the most. He had the most receiving yards for this week, man.
Yeah,
proud of him. Anything before we get up out of here, man?
Man, Niner fans, keep hope alive. I know the record, it's terrible. But if you're a true 49er fan, you love to see the process. So when we win that big one, you're going to come back to these moments. I know Akeem and we're going to come back to this and be like, man, you remember when all those players were? Keep hope alive. Keep watching the games. Keep coming back and watching us for however long you do. We appreciate you. Thank you. Go Red Gold.
Go Red Gold. So let me say this too also. You guys got to check out our Twitter page during the game, man. We are, I don't want to say it, man, but we be talking the most shit that we do. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. You know what, Cal Shanahan? That was a terrible call. You are trash. Get it together. This game, we're very honest and we're very emotional with everybody else, and it's really good interacting. If you're not on Twitter, there's gonna be some times that we do some shows and stuff like that live. We got to do it. But I really appreciate you guys joining us. Share with your friends. Share with your buddies. If you haven't subscribed, if you just joined us, if you haven't subscribed, please come over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. I know if you're watching this on Twitter, go to the YouTube channel. It's the 49er Empire. And I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. We love the 49ers. We love 49er fans. We are all family. And we're going to have some more fun throughout this year. Mr. White, we really appreciate you too, brother. Much love.
Yes,
we
sir.
out.